Hello, today I'm gonna talk more about the Christy knife. I ordered one of the original knives and I want to do some comparisons with the clone and also with another common small knife. So the background is that I had this clone for many years. It was probably my first knife I got when I was very young. And I kind of liked it, but never knew much about it. And more recently, I found on the web that this is a copy of a knife that's made in a very small company in Ohio called Christy. At this point, it's a garage operation. It had a factory that made different type of cutlery or surgical instruments. Nowadays, it became more of a small operation. So I wanted to try to get a hold of one of these in case they're not produced anymore soon. Hopefully they keep making them for a long time. The price was $35. That's a lot for how small this is, and probably not too high tech, but it's very unique and it has a nostalgia factor and it has a certain appeal that it made me want to have one of these. It comes with a little brochure about the company, and it has a warranty, so they are very confident about the quality. So I want to do some comparisons with the clone. One of the things I noticed is that this has more stops, so when you slide the knife there are certain stops for the blade, so you can open it at different levels. It has 1, 2, and 3. So it has basically 3 ways of having it open plus 1 close. In contrast, the clone only has 1 stop here, kind of intermediate, and then fully open. So that's one difference. Another difference is the markings, of course. It has the brand there, and then here some information like the company where it's made. The other only says 1950. So there are big differences. Then the other is here the attachment to a keychain. This is a flat piece with a hole. This is more like a bent wire. Another difference is the exact blade shape. Christy has a bit of a slightly different ending of the shape, not so pointy as the clone. Although through history this blade shape has been changing over time. So this is the one that's available nowadays. They are somewhat overall similar except for the very tip. Another difference I noticed is the thickness of the blade. If we were to measure the thickness, the original has about 25 microns, and the clone, you'll never guess it, but it is thicker, and this also reflects in the weight. The original has a little bit more, a little bit less, I would say. So that's 20 grams for the real Christy, the clone 21. So it's a little bit more heavy and thicker blade. Another difference between the clone and the original is the button. The shape is basically different. The clone has a raised part of the bottom in the edge, and in the original the button is raised more in the middle. So they are kind of opposite, basically ways to make that button. In both cases, they are held with screws. And if you were to unscrew this, it's possible to reverse the position of the blade. I did that today. This was backwards, so this blade can flip basically along this long axis. So if you want the edge to be at the bottom or on the top, you can do it, because those holes are perfectly symmetrical. So it's possible to do that very easily, and probably you can clean it up a little as you take it apart. Now, as for a knife itself, what's the difference within something that's maybe more commercially available, like you can buy anywhere? So this will be a Gerber Paraframe Mini. This will be roughly a similar size factor. The Gerber is cheaper. It's been selling sometimes for like $10. So Gerber will be a more probably value if you just think of the functionality, because you got a little bit larger with thicker material, and it's got a clip. It has a lock. Well, this also has a lock. So in a way, if you just need a knife, maybe just get one of these. But the Christy has this appeal of nostalgia factor, and also it's smaller really. It fits more easily in a small place, and then it has the action where you can reduce your blade length, so you can operate it as a more of a utility knife. So that's another nice difference. Possibly this could be made cheaper if it was mass produced, but it's not. It's just a small operation, so that I think it's perfectly acceptable. So those are some kind of fun facts about this very unique, one of a kind knife that I'm happy I got a hold of it. Thank you for watching.